Get rid of this one. Should be good to go. Says we're live. Sweet. So, welcome to my channel Bitglen. My name's Glenn and I'm vlogging my cryptocurrency journey all the way back from the start about 5 months ago to where I'm at today. If you want to join in with this journey with me, click the subscribe button, the little coin down here. If not, go down and click the actual red bar. I go live at random times. I haven't picked a specific time every day or every other day or anything like that. So if you just want to receive notifications as I go live, click the little bell and you should get a notification. Russell says, "Hey Glenn, he's joined in already." You right, Russ? Yeah, give this video a thumbs up. So today we're going to be talking about my experiences using Gdax day trading. I've touched on Gdax before, only when I actually want to convert a coin into Litecoin or Ethereum, and then I've always transferred it out of there. I've never actually sort of played about with the exchange interface, sort of trying to day trade. And I haven't been very successful with it today. And then we've also got a small update from Envion to cover as well. So hopefully that ticks all the right boxes for everyone. Because whenever I do a video, the first thing people say is, "Glenn, what's going on with Envion?" Tiger says, "Hi Glenn, hello mate, you're right." Antonio says, "Hello Glenn, I'm in the shop now, good to see you." You're always in that shop. You need a day off. So welcome to the channel anyway. Let's get into it. So this is going to be a bit hard to show actually with this live chat and doing Gdax, because normally you get a little graph. Let me just show you what I mean. So this is what you would normally see with Gdax. You can see there, like, it's got the candlestick chart. But I actually started off today. Gigabit says, "Hey Glenn, how are you mate?" "I'm good, thank you mate, thanks for asking." I actually started today with... I actually took a photo of it because I knew I'd forget the figure. So let's go to that. Let's go to my photo. I actually started today with... Is it this one? Now this is a snapshot that I took earlier. So you can see here that I actually had 3 whole Litecoin. 3.0161 blah 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 Litecoin. Which is what I had in value in terms of Bitcoin today. I thought, oh, do you know what? I can see Litecoin going up there. And this is how I tried to figure it out. I don't do technical analysis. I don't follow charts and triangles and lines and all that. But you can see here now, I've got 2.8. So I've actually lost 0.2 of a Litecoin. So, which really is only... what's that? 1 Litecoin is $160 at the minute, so 0.1 would be 6. I've lost about $30 today, so that's not good, is it? I suppose. Now I thought about it. So what I've been doing today is I've been looking at what's up or down at that point in time. And in my mind, I made a couple of good trades today. There was a couple of points where I actually accumulated more Bitcoin, because that's how I've been judging it, how many Satoshis I have. So if I was to go to sell Litecoin, you click this and it pre-fills it for you. You can see here it says 0.057. That's how many Satoshis of a Bitcoin that I would receive if I went ahead with that sell order, which I'm not going to do. But I'll just show you the difference. So bearing in mind that's what I'll get now. Where's that? This is the image that I had from this morning. So you can see here, this is just a snapshot I took. I had 0.061 of a Bitcoin. So I've actually lost 0.003 of a Bitcoin, which again obviously is, I assume, about $30 worth. So at first I couldn't understand it because I felt like I was making good trades. Obviously they weren't, but obviously I'm new to this and I just want to put it out there quickly. If you're new to watching my channel. I'm new in the whole cryptocurrency space, so I'm figuring it out as I go along. I'm self-taught, if you like. Not that that's a good excuse, I suppose, but you know, I'm trying to figure it out as I go along. I've never done any sort of trading at all. I've never used any exchanges. People that watch my videos regularly will know that I'm pretty dumb when it comes to exchanges. So obviously Gdax is probably one of the most trusted and quite secure, fast, easy to get in and out of. So, you know, it's been quite good playing about with it and getting to know what things mean. So like, you got the order book here, and I learned quite a bit today actually. I was watching videos about what these mean. So you've got these sell walls, and these are the buy walls, and if there's more sell walls than buy walls, then the price will go down. If there's more buy walls than the sell walls, then generally the price is going to go up. But obviously that changes minute by minute, so you'd have to be pretty fast. And then you can get free trade by doing limit and stop orders. That's where you set a limit, like how much you want to sell of Litecoin, what price you're willing to take for it. So I could say, right, I'll wait for the price to go up to this much. You place the order, and the actual how much it charges you is free, but the person the other end who actually ends up buying your order, they pay the transaction fee. So when you do it this way, the market way, this actually costs you a fee. So if I was to sell my Litecoin now, if I was to pre-fill that, that figure there, they don't tell you what the fee is. So I had a little look about earlier. I was like, well, how do I know how much this is costing me? Maybe that's why I've lost my $30. Please use limit order. Click on the top green price and then put the amount you want to buy. Post only, then click buy, and you will not pay a fee. Yeah, I just said that. One step ahead. He also Gigabit also says Bitcoin Cash is rocking up to 10%. It was actually up about 14% earlier, because I've been watching it all day like a hawk. Frederick says yo yo yo. He's gonna prompt me to do my shilling in a minute. The Wicked Jester says hello all. So welcome all of you to the live chat. So yeah, I went over to orders. Is it orders? And you can see here on the left hand side, you can click which pair they call it. So let's start off. Let's do Ethereum BTC. Yeah, so this is every transaction I've ever done with Ethereum to Bitcoin. Now you've got the size of the Bitcoin or Ethereum there when it was filled. And then you got the fee in Bitcoin. Now, looking at these, it's very, very low. Obviously, I always use the way where you pay the fee, the market order. But you can see here the fee is really low. So 0.0003 of a Bitcoin every time that I do a trade. So every time you swap between currencies, that's how much you'll pay. And let's see how much that is in BTC to USD, so we all know where we stand. $2.57. So every time that I'm doing a trade, that's how much it's costing me to do that trade, which isn't that bad when you consider, like, when I did I did a trade with Envion tokens on HitBTC the other day, and they took 40 Envion tokens off me, which at that time they were trading for about 56 pence or cents, sorry. So it was worked out about 20 or just over 20, probably like $23, and that was for one trade. So the fees seem really low anyway, which is good. Gigabit says, then sell limit, click bottom red price, and then click your total amount on top in the balance, then sell post only, sell you. I know when you're typing that, Gigabit, you're probably thinking it makes complete sense, but I get what you mean. I understand roughly what you mean, but to someone new, obviously it sounds quite advanced. Be careful, Glenn, it's Crypto Ice Age on Google. We'll get onto the markets in a second. So they're the fees that you're paying. Now this is saying that I did notice, if you click on when you're exchanging cryptocurrency for fiat money, you get charged in British pounds or euros or whatever, and some of these fees can start racking up. So you've got here $1.30, which I suppose compared to that last trade isn't too bad. A lot of these, some of these 50p. So it must be a percentage of obviously whatever you're selling and buying and trading. Today I made some trades. Now you can see here at one point I was down to £359. So you can see here really, if you add up all the transactions that I've done just today, which are these ones here where it says day ago. Oh no, it wouldn't have been actually. 23 hours ago. So that was yesterday. This time yesterday. If we do, this was 6 hours ago. So I paid €1 fee there. Then if you go to, did I do a Bitcoin Cash one? You can see here, this is the fee in Bitcoin. So that's going to be probably about $2, I would assume. But then there's two of them, so that's 2, 4, plus paid 5. Then I also done some Litecoin to Bitcoin trades. So it says I've done 2 here, but their fee again, probably $2, $2. So you can see here, like I'm racking up obviously fees. Like if you add all those up, what I've just said, that's about a tenner, 12, $15, say. Litecoin to euro, I think I've done that as well. Paid €1.20 there. So when I say I've lost a bit of money today, it's probably in fees just trading between the two. I did buy Litecoin, and then Litecoin went up a bit per coin, so I made some money off that. Then I traded it. I noticed Bitcoin Cash was going up quite rapidly, so I traded it Litecoin to Bitcoin Cash. But obviously, to do that, you have to find the right pairs. So you look at, say, if you're selling Litecoin, I can't do Litecoin to US dollar. So that all the ones with US dollar in it, which is all of them, they've all got a US dollar one. They're not available to me, so I can only trade two things. So you got Bitcoin or euros. So I think all of them have a euro one. Actually, they do. So you can trade to euros. And then obviously if you wanted to, you can convert it back to Bitcoin and then convert Bitcoin back to British pounds if that's what you want. But obviously that's like 2 or 3 different trades there. Obviously that's going to cost you 2, 4, 6, whatever. It's going to cost you like $5 to do that. So the fees do rack up pretty quickly if you're just trading between one and the other. So even if one coin does go up, 2%, 3% within the space of an hour, that probably just about covers the fee to do it. So it's only really worthwhile doing, which I think I decided in the end, because I thought it's better to just, I know this, you might think I'm dumb. Obviously people make money doing this, but obviously I haven't figured it out properly yet. Is to just buy a coin that you think obviously is going to go up in value sort of over a longer period of time. I'm talking maybe like a week, like a few days, rather than by the hour. So this is my logic, and shoot me down if you think I'm talking absolute shit. Let's have a little read what you've said. So, has anyone heard anything following the close sale of Tokyo? They email me like every hour. It was like, your last chance, you've only got 6 hours left to get involved. Your last chance, you've only got 5 hours to get involved. Last chance, 2 hours left. So I just kept deleting their emails, to be honest. But I don't know what's that. I know it must have ended this morning or something at some point. They stopped accounts for shilling. $7 withdrawal fee. Be careful, Glenn. It's Crypto Ice Age on Google. I bought 10% more Envion to make up for the drop when I sell them later. Fair enough. I suppose that's a good logic. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. There you go. Frederick's always on the case. He's on the ball. I should have him as an assistant just sitting next to me saying, Glenn, don't forget this, don't forget You pay 0.3% market fee if you buy market Safin Y 10 times. That's 3%. If you use limit and marker post, only 0.0 fees, and it's free to move BTC, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash to another address free. Right, okay. Antonia says, I decided to pass on Tokyo, Mr. Bailey. Have you not heard any news from the project? Frederick says, join the community on Twitter, Telegram and Discord. Yes, so Frederick's right. We have now on the Telegram group conversation, remind me later, on the team Bitglen, we have 120 members now, so that's really good. People posting sort of good information, all sharing data, a bit of banter, some games. So I'm really proud of the group chat. I think it's gone really well, the Telegram. So if you want to join that, there's a link to it down below, or you can search Team Bitglen and find it that way, I believe. If not, just copy and paste the link that's in my description down below. Also, obviously, we've got the Team Bitglen merchandise store now, so feel free to go there and have a look at some of the clothes that me and the team helped design. We all had a bit of input. I feel like I kept posting. I can't even spell it myself. So it's teambitglen.com. We also put in a bit of input, so it was a sort of, I would like to think, a team effort. So feel free to have a little look on the store. We've got loads of clothes and t-shirts. I'm trying to include like things that are like banter between my videos. So if you watch my videos regularly, you might get some of these jokes that are on the t-shirt. So check them out if you like that sort of thing. So where was we? We were talking about trading with the fees. I decided to pass on Tokyo, join the community on Twitter. Telegram was a joke for Tokyo. I thought he was going to say about our one then. Jeez, Russell, I was going to say that's a bit aggressive. Any news from Envion start mining? So we'll get onto that in a second. Anton says hello. Gigabit says ice rock mining sounds like crap. Too much moisture in environment and kill their mining rigs. Who has said that? I've not heard that one yet. But that is one of the questions or concerns that I had when they first mentioned it. They were saying, oh yeah, we're going to use the wind that travels through. Well, what if, or through the mountain tunnels and stuff like that? And I thought, well, surely you're going to get moisture and, which, you can get ASIC miners that are completely submerged in water and they still work. So I'm sure they can get a way around that. But it did raise a concern to me because obviously with it's like with your phones and gadgets and stuff. When they say an item is waterproof or water resistant, you put it in the room while you have a shower and that goes out the window because steam is different to just solid water. I say solid, but you know what I mean, like water, liquid format, because the steam is air, and the devices are not airtight, so the steam gets inside and then obviously it condensates and then obviously the water's inside the product. Normally there's a seal around the edge of the product. So anyway, that's just a babbling on for myself. But I've not heard any people actually come out and state either an answer for that. I don't know. I haven't really been following ice rock mining, to be honest. Yes, visit the store. So you forgot that one, Frederick, didn't you? I jumped in on that one. Just use dehumidifier. It'd have to be a big dehumidifier for a whole mountain. I don't know. I like the ideas they announced in Tokyo, but their team was not very good at response to my questions. Well done, Antonio. That is awesome investigating, and that's one of the key things. If you're not sure on an ICO or a company, message them and ask them questions, and if they come back and they answer your questions quite promptly, or even if they don't, they have a good enough reason why they didn't, like they may have 30,000 emails to reply back to, but if they come up with an answer that you feel like, okay, yeah, that's like even when Envion was going on, and I know in the group chat everyone was saying like, you know, how are you getting hold of these ASIC miners? How are you ordering this? How are you getting that? How are you getting hold of them? And I thought, you know, I was sitting there, yeah, how are they going to do that? And then when I was talking to them, what's his name, Lorette, he actually said to me, well, you wouldn't go to Sony and say how where you're getting all your supplies for your 10 million TVs you're making. They'll tell you like it's none of your business, you know. So, but then on the flip side of that, obviously it's a crowd sale type service, so you're sort of saying to people, look, we want your money. People saying, okay, well, what about this? And they're saying, well, we can't tell you that. So it's really, really, I completely understand it from both sides. I'm not saying one's right, one's wrong. So if the environment is too cold, computers will shut down. If overclocking tester use nitrous to pull CPUs, but that's too much cold, shuts them off. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. I just thought ASIC miners, the colder they, because they generate so much heat inside them, I thought that I didn't even think about the temperature dropping too low. But then saying that, you could have data in that mountain over a long, long period. You could say for the last 40 years, it's always been this temperature. But then again, I suppose it could go down. Bitglen, you're really missing out if you don't join Steemit/D Live. I have joined Steemit. I've got a Steemit account. I've got a DTube account. I've tried uploading 2 or 3 times, and it either doesn't work, crashes, or I'm doing something wrong. So I just keep putting it off because when I'm not looking into cryptocurrency, I'm either obviously working with my wife, with friends or family, and also trying to look into YouTube. And like even before I went live on this video, I was looking into here adding cards, and I was watching videos about how to add cards. You can add polls in the live video, so I could say like, guys, do you think I should do this or do this, vote yes or no? And I was looking into that. So I'm trying to learn YouTube as it is, which is one minefield, and cryptocurrency. I just feel like I can't if I did a DTube Steam it would literally, I'd just be dumping my content on there, copied it from YouTube, and I'd be putting it on there as well. So it's a bit like, I wouldn't be able to give it the time it deserves to, you know, to make it look decent. Anyway, that's my opinion. I know a lot of people are making money off it and stuff like that, but I'm not really. I don't just want to make a load of shit content just for money's sake. You know, I want to. Even when I was looking at these clothing brands, I was trying to find the best quality. But that's saying that obviously the prices are a little bit. A couple of people said, "Oh, your prices are too high." But it was either that or go to a really cheap printers, and obviously the material would be rubbish and the print quality would be rubbish. So I'm trying to do the right thing, but I don't know. Maybe I should just dump my stuff everywhere. Glad you considered it at least. I love Bitglen coin. Whoop, whoop. Copy pasting works too. It's your content. Yes, but the trouble that I've got now, I can do that with all my older videos. I was playing about yesterday because I did. If you guys were watching the live video, I probably shouldn't say this, but I made a mistake. I gave away a piece of information that I really didn't want people to see. Oh, I don't know if I've just stopped people from watching my video. Can you guys still see and hear me? Oh, hopefully I didn't just cut that video in half. I gave away a bit of information. Anyway, sorry, we're going into saying not cryptocurrency, but I went to my photo editor. Oh, God, where would I go? Create a studio. Anyway, I was trying to figure out, and this is why I haven't had time to go through Steemit. So, video manager. I just want to show you guys something because I was really impressed with this. And I'll get onto the Steemit bit in a second. I've got to go through all my old videos, and because I've been leaking too much information, personal information that I probably shouldn't have done. So it's completely my fault. Obviously, I'm naive. I'm new. I didn't even think about it, you know. And what I did in the end was figure out a way. I didn't know you could do this. Oh, it was on this video actually. This one here. You can actually go back and get YouTube. If you go to enhancements and then click on blurring effects here, you can click add a blurring effect, and what it does is it creates like a, well, exactly what it says in the title, a blurring effect on the video. And in this video I'll give away a bit of information when I was first talking about BitConnect. I love BitConnect. Yeah, and I was just playing about with it, and I actually figured out. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, anyway, I'm not going to find it. I figured out that you can do like a blurring out effect. So what that means is now I have to go back through all my old videos and blur out anything that I feel is inappropriate to show to potentially thousands of people. Anyway, so them videos there, I have these stored somewhere, so I can put them on DTube and Steam it or whatever. Now that I'm doing live videos with you guys, leave that page. Now I'm doing live videos like I am talking to all you guys now. I don't have a copy of this video saved. It's a live stream that goes straight to YouTube. They save it and back it up their end, and then they re-upload it for me later on today. I don't do anything. As soon as I click this button up here and click stop streaming, to me that's it, it's done. I can close my laptop down and go to bed, whatever. Whereas before I was rendering it, editing it, it was taking hours. The only downside is that obviously because I'm live, obviously I'm talking to you guys, my videos go on for like an hour long, 2 hours long, because we're all bouncing off each other. So yeah, if I wanted to join Steam it, I wouldn't be able to go live on YouTube. I'd have to wait for YouTube to render the video and save it. Then I believe somehow I'd have to download it from YouTube and save it onto my computer, then re-upload it to DTube. So anyway, that's completely separate topic. So we're getting off cryptocurrency here. Steam is on. Yes, I can see you here, Glenn. It's us, very windy today. BitConnects, cool. I want to know how to blur. Well, I just showed it. You go to Video Manager, click the video you want, Enhancements, and then you can click Blur Effect. Then basically you watch your own video all the way through, or the bit you want, and you can just click on the video and put a square around whatever you want to blur. Then what it does is it renders it. But what happens is, they said, whilst we're doing this, which could take hours, your video is still the original copy, so the information that you've shown will still be there. So I had to make the video I did, it was either yesterday or the day before, I had to make it private, so no one could view it, and then I made it public again later on that day, and I think the video suffered for it because I normally get 200, 250 views. That one only got 100 or something like that. So obviously, me doing that, I missed a big chunk of the day where people didn't see my video and then they probably didn't want to watch it later on. I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, I'm new to all of this. But anyway, Dive is on Steam platform if you want to try streaming there too. D Live. All right. Well, if I could go live and have it go on 2 platforms, that would be awesome. But I wouldn't want to do like an hour-long live stream with you guys on YouTube and then go over to D Live and do another hour and repeat what I just said the other hour. I don't know. It might be too much. Maybe you could do it before you post it. IPBC is also a streaming platform. To be honest, guys, you're all chucking loads of ideas at me, which is great. I love it. but I don't know. I need to get my head. I need to master one before I start going on to another one and trying to figure that all out as well. So I think for a while I'm going to be on YouTube, and I might join one of the others once I've got YouTube down to a T and I'm happy with everything, how my videos look. I went back through my videos, like the original ones I've done, and God, the sound quality is awful. The picture quality looked awful. I know it's not much better now, but I've slowly figured things out as I've gone along. LOL, Bitglen joined Twitch too. Oh my God. Jeez Louise. You get paid for using some of the others to try them out. Yeah, because I think Google might be banning cryptocurrency. Well, yeah, that is a worry, I suppose, that advertising, for me, that doesn't, well, unless they ban people that talk about cryptocurrency, which I don't think they'll do, but they are banning ICO adverts. Obviously, a lot of adverts that pop up on cryptocurrency people's YouTubes are ICOs. So that's going to be a big chunk of advertising that's going to be taken away from the crypto sector of YouTube. So it hasn't really won't bother me that much because I've never seen any of that money. I've never seen any of that advertising. So I haven't earned a penny from doing any of these YouTube videos as of today. I'm still not accredited by YouTube. So if I actually show you, because obviously I like to be transparent and honest, create a studio. If I click my channel, you can see here monetization not enabled. Click learn more. I haven't checked this for a while actually. You've reached 4,000 watched hours. That's the first goal you need to hit. And in the last 12 months, and you've got 1,000 subscribers. Whoop whoop! Get in the subscribers. Nice job. Your channel is now being reviewed to make sure it complies with YouTuber partner program. So they may watch my videos and think, do you know what, this guy swears too much. I've swore quite a lot in the videos. He's talking about ICOs, he's talking about all these different things. They might turn around and say, do you know what, you're not suitable for this or whatever, I don't know. Applications for YouTube Partner Program are still in backlog. We hope to be able to review all open applications by the end of April. Thank you for your patience. Now I've actually hit 7,757, so I've almost doubled their target, and obviously we hit the 1,000 subscribers the other day, so I still to this day do not earn any money, and even if I do, you can see here I've got 22,000 views in the last 28 days, based on earning $1 per 1,000 views. If you do 22,265, divide that by 1,000, then I'd be looking at earning $22.26p a month, potentially. I don't think I'm allowed to discuss what you earn off YouTube, so I might get banned for that. Yeah, that's, you know, I'm not expecting huge payouts. With YouTube, I've always understood that if you want to earn money off it, you have to think of other ways. The advertising's never going to really cut it unless you're like a big YouTuber and you're getting hundreds of thousands of views. Then obviously you start earning, you know, $1,000 per video. Obviously I'm nowhere near that. You know, you think for some of these videos like where I'm getting 300-400 views, and to me that's really good. Like I think that's an achievement. I'd be earning from that video like, I don't even know if that's 32p. I don't think it would be. Might be like 3.2p because it's divided by 1,000. So I don't expect to get any money from YouTube. I'm not too worried about Google banning the cryptocurrency adverts because until end of April I'm not going to earn a penny anyway. So that's a month and a half away. So that's never really bothered me. I've never really thought about that. That is why I've created the, really, because, you know, I put a lot of hours into doing this. And, you know, either my wife or people ask me like, oh, how do you earn money off YouTube? I'm like, well, I don't really. And I've created this Team Bitglen because if you guys want to help support me, if you want to, you know, but I did, you know, I didn't want it to just be donations or just saying where you get nothing from it. I thought if I do this, from each product you buy, I get a cut. So like, I think someone bought a hoodie the other day. It came to, with their delivery and everything, came to like $50, and I got like $20 out of that. They keep the other 30. So I'm not earning these figures. I wish I was. But if you want to, you know, help me out or anything like that, then buy something from the store. You get something that you can wear and try on or whatever. I get a cut. And I'd rather do that than shill you a load of random junk shit. You know, ICOs and fucking shit coins and, you know, referral things. You know, I'm trying to get away from that. But then on the flip side of that, I do want to start earning money from YouTube, because I'm putting in 4 or 5 hours a day at least. You guys see the hour and a half, 2 hours, obviously, of me talking, but it's the editing, rendering, getting the setup right, researching, taking photos as I'm going along, the group chat, all the different messages. There's a lot that goes on in the background that you guys don't see. Unless you're a YouTuber yourself, then you may know. So I do want to somehow generate money, but I don't want to rip people off or scam people and send them down a rabbit hole. So anyway, that's my take on it. I've tried to be as honest and transparent as I can be. It's good to have a backup if Google tried to ban crypto on YouTube. Well, that would be this channel done if they did. Because if they banned all of cryptocurrency in here, I've got nothing else to talk about. Unless you guys want to see live videos of what I was up to today. I went swimming today with the kids, if you want to watch those sort of videos. I am now a millionaire. I founded Corax token, not ERC20, and sold $1.49 million of tokens in pre-ICO. Well done for you, Christina. If you want to leave a donation, there's a link down below. Or you can go over to the Team Bitglen store and buy some merchandise. Icestoner says, Glen Connect. I love Glen Connect. Glencoin is going to Saturn. Let's have a little look, actually, because you guys always seem to like that. Let's have a look. Wave platform. And this is why my videos go on so long. I was just going to talk about Gdax and the Envion update, which was a short update, but now we're talking about other stuff. So apparently Glencoin is now worth $2,131. Bitglen coin is worth 0. Wah, wah, wah. If you're wondering, the coin isn't really worth that. Someone bought a coin for 70 cents. Then Wave, they bought one coin. So it was a whole total purchase of 70 cents. The Wave website has obviously calculated that I've got this many coin and times that by 70 cents or whatever. I don't know how it's done it, but it's worked out. That's what I think. And then once I put in some sale orders on their platform, the price went down even further, because this was worth £150,000 potentially at one point. I love Glen Connect. Sorry for the M, actually $1.49. Classic. Did anyone buy Adhive tokens? Never heard of them. Adhive, is that? Never heard of them. Was that a marketing coin? Right, so let's get back into it. We've completely sidetracked, talked about YouTube and money and monetization and that, but let's get back into cryptocurrency, because that's what a lot of people are here for. So today, the biggest jumpers were Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash was up about 14% at one point today. And I think I made a bit of money off a trade, but we're talking like £1 or £2. But then I lost it in the actual fees, as we've talked about already. So this is my logic. Getting back to what I was talking about probably half an hour ago. This was my logic. Out of the top, or the coins that are on Gdax, so you've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. Out of those four, which ones are probably probably going to go up the biggest percentage in the next few days, potentially over the weekend. So I looked at Bitcoin and I thought, do you know what? Bitcoin probably will go up to 9k, maybe 9.5. So if you was to work out, say, 10% of Bitcoin going up, that would be currently $850. So I thought, yeah, that's quite achievable. That would give it a price of 9,300 or whatever, 9,000, yeah, $9,300, which I thought that's, that's realistic. So I would say in the next week, say, at least, Bitcoin, if I was to buy it today, is going to go up 10%. Now, obviously, if you're putting in 10 grand, you're thinking, fuck, I can make $1,000 in a week. That's awesome. So that's achievable, yeah. Then you've got Ethereum. I think, right, for Ethereum to go up, say 10% as well, obviously you're looking at $61. That would put it at just under $700. And I thought, again, yeah, that's probably will be worth $700 because that's what it's been worth for a long time. So that's quite achievable. Ripple, for that to go up 10%, again, you're looking at 7 cents. Chances are that's going to go back up to at least 90 cents if history's to be repeated. You would believe it's at some point going to reach the $1 mark. So obviously that's 30 pence. So that's going to go up potentially 40% probably in the next few weeks. This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion, and I'm basing this off of what we knew before this dip happened yesterday. So Bitcoin Cash hovered around $1,100-$1,200. So that one's had its spike. And that, I think that's going to go up to 1,100 and probably hover around there, maybe 1,150. So it's going to go up £100 maybe. Sorry, $100. So that's about 8 to 10%. Then I looked at Litecoin. Now Litecoin, I believe, would go up to 250, 260. So that's $100. Obviously, looking at it now, based on that math, you would say that Ripple's probably looking the most attractive at the minute. I'm not a huge fan of Ripple, and they're not on that Gdax. And I don't want to get involved in sending it over to another exchange and paying their fees and paying a withdrawal fee. I just want to keep it with Gdax for now, nice and simple, trusted. I thought, boom. Plus also, Gdax obviously has that, or Coinbase has that UK bank account now and the e-money license, so they can do withdrawals a lot faster for UK banks. So I was looking at Litecoin, and out of them top 4 that are on Gdax, I was thinking for Litecoin to go up 10%, you're talking $16, or let's just say 17 because it's gone up to 170 now. $17. I thought, yeah, that's going to do that easy. So then I thought, right, my money's probably best kept in the next few days or week in Litecoin. Now, I've only got 360 British pounds worth of money invested in Litecoin at the minute. The rest of it's all tied up with Envion and in Hashflare and Bitcoin private. So I thought, oh, that's a good bet. I would say Litecoin in the next week or so is probably going to go back up to $200, which then therefore you're looking at a sort of 20%. If my maths is correct, please shoot me down if I'm wrong. About a 20% gain. So I think Litecoin is, out of the ones that are on Gdax, is looking the most attractive today. What do you guys think? Is my maths wrong? Do you think something else is out going to perform that? For the others to go up 20%, you'd think, well, Ethereum would have to go up $120, so that would put it at $730, which, yeah, is achievable and probably will get to that at some point. But it might take a little bit of time. Bitcoin, for that to go up 20%, you're talking 850 times 2, so you're looking at $1,700, so that would put it at 10,000, which again, I think that's achievable. I think it will do that. But again, I think that's going to take a while, unless it just has like a crazy couple of days. But the good thing with that Gdax, it's so fast, you know, to exchange money between the currencies, that if I did notice, like all of a sudden, you know, Bitcoin was moving quite fast, you could then day trade. But I tried it today with Bitcoin Cash and then converting it back into Litecoin after a few hours of it going up. It didn't really work out too well for me. Anthology airdropped if you held Neo. Did it? I didn't know that. Team Bitglen, awesome idea. I still need to get a desktop computer. I can't make purchases until my BTC is released from USI Tech. Willie says, Espanol. Russell says, hola. Willie says, configures de Aimedas. Sorry, I don't know what that means. Good evening all. Litecoin is a good one. It's around 300 last December. But you're talking about all-time highs. Now, I'm basing this off of what happened, you know, what the prices were a week ago. Because I think that's more realistic. We'll get back to that figure fairly quick. So let's have a look over the last 1 month. So Litecoin currently, as we know, is at, let's say 170, yeah, because it's only a little bit away. 170, but a week ago it was at 179. So the 4th of March, which was a few weeks ago, it was at 206, 211, 210, yeah, just over $200 mark. And then if you go back a bit further to the end of February, so you're talking 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, it was at 230, 220. So therefore, obviously, if I've bought my Litecoin at I bought it at 165. Obviously, if it went back up to sort of 220, if I can't work that out in percentage wise. What's that? That is, if 10% of Litecoin is 17, then 1650. You would have to do 220 minus 170 and then divide that by 16.53. Is that 30% increase? Let me know if I just worked that out completely wrong. But I'd be happy with that because obviously that would give me a $90 profit in the next few days, or 90 British pounds, sorry. So in my 360 that I had invested in it would be 450, which I'd be happy with that. If it goes up more than that, fantastic. If it doesn't, then I bought it at quite a low price, so I shouldn't lose. Fingers crossed, shouldn't lose too much. But that's my way of thinking. That was what I was thinking today. When I was looking at all the coins on CoinMarketCap, they've changed obviously since I've looked at it earlier on today before I made my decision. But that's how I thought. I thought out of those coins, probably the most potential in the next, I would say, week / maybe 10 days. I think Litecoin has the highest, but that is just complete, you know, speculation and my opinion. There's nothing to back that up. Bitcoin, the Litecoin Lightning Network went to the mainnet today, I believe, or it was yesterday, but that's gone from being on the test net onto the mainnet, so it's available out there for people to start using. You have to download a node at the moment. It sounds like a tricky process if you actually want to start using Lightning Network as payment. So if I wanted to send money to, say, Kevin, I would have to set up a node and we'd have to create a channel between the two of us and we'd have to send the money via that channel. I wouldn't know how to do that unless someone showed me how to do it. So hopefully they make that a lot more accessible for the normal average Joe like myself, and not just me, but anyone who's, you know, if I said to my wife, oh, try and send a payment on Bitcoin using Lightning Network, that's a whole sentence there of stuff that she'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, so hopefully they can simplify that whole process. Hey Glenn, how's it going, mate? I got my 0.05 BTC ready to withdraw from Hashflare. What a good investment at the moment. What's a good investment at the moment? Well, if you want to buy free Z Classic coins from myself, I would happily accept 0.05 of a Bitcoin. Whoa. All joking aside, I've absolutely lost a ton of money buying Z Classic. I wish I didn't do it. I wish I wasn't involved in that hard fork at all, because the price of Bitcoin private at the moment is $38, and it seems to be going down every day. It was at 60 when it first went on here, at 50, then it was 45, then it was 40, and now it's at 38. So yeah, it's rank 1,281. They haven't updated the circulating supply. Obviously, if you was to do 38 times, I assume 18 to 20 million coins, that's going to bump that right up. I don't know where that will end up, but potentially on the first page, that may increase the price. If they do get put on Binance, that's going to increase the price. So it's a long-term hold, and I'm hoping to... I've got 4 Bitcoin private coins. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they go up to $100. It sounds silly saying that now because they're $38, but if I can get $100 per coin, I will break even through that whole experience. I've been really disappointed. They're now on a couple of other exchanges. They post updates on the... It seems like the community is pretty good over at the Bitcoin private team. They've been posting... Bitcoin private, there we go. We have a limited availability for Saturday. This is like blockchain event or something. They said this is it. Quick PSA. 2 more exchanges have proactively listed BTCP recently. Exchange-rates.me and octax.com. Never heard of either of them, but still, the more exchanges the better. As mentioned in the past, we applied for Binance in early February and the application is in progress. For clarity, we also added to the community update. So it seems like they're actively doing stuff, the team behind it, which is good. But unless that jumps up in price dramatically, I wish I'd never part of it. I'm hoping to just break even now, which reminds me of my it reminds me of my gambling days when you lost money on a bet. You know, you could be up to $1,000, say, profit in a casino, but as soon as you lost $200-300, all of a sudden you're chasing back what you had before. So like, you would say, oh, hopefully I can win $200-300 back, because then that'll put me where I was when I was really happy when I had 1,000. And then what will happen is then you go down, then you're like, oh shit, now I'm 500 down. And then you start making bid bets to make up for the 500, and then you lose even more money. So we'll see if that happens with this Bitcoin private. Litecoin, good one. It was around 3. Oh, I read that one already. Kevin, do your own research. Never trust a YouTuber. Yeah, it's really hard to say, Kevin. I haven't really looked into too many ICOs, and by the sounds of things, and this is really hard. If you want to know about like new ICOs, I would recommend you go to Ian Bellina's YouTube channel and join his Telegram group page. And I think you can join up to his mailing list. I get emails from him, you know, saying like what the new ICOs are. Obviously, he's got his own thing going on with that. I would really struggle to say put it into that. If anything, I would say just hold on to Bitcoin. I'd say just save it somewhere. Just put it aside somewhere. Maybe even leave it into your hash flare until it builds up to like 0.06. Unless you actually want to put it into something like invest it in sales, then because otherwise you're going to have to wait ages again for the 0.05 to click in for the next lot, or you could just keep the 0.05 in there, get a bit more, then maybe withdraw it when you actually want it for something. I don't know. That's not advice. That's just what I would do probably. Kevin Watson, I'd say hodl your Bitcoin. Oh, look, Baby London agrees with me. Hold on to your Bitcoin unless you wanted to buy it. Yeah, you just said exactly what I just said, actually. Which you should do some research on the project. A lot of coins are oversold. Yeah, and this is what I've noticed. A lot of ICOs now, people are actually coming out and saying, you know, I've had a few people in the Telegram group chat and they've said, oh, I've been a part of 4 different ICOs and all 4 of them, which it's cheaper to buy the coins after the ICO. And obviously you haven't got to go through all the shit of waiting and having your money tied up and not being able to exchange it. Whereas if I just waited until Envion went on sale, obviously after about a week or 2 when they went up for $1, they dropped down to 56 cents. So, and obviously Ethereum went up since then, since I'd first bought it. So I would have been able to buy a lot more tokens if I'd waited instead of take a part of the ICO. So that's a bit disheartening. So going forward with ICOs, unless it's a project I'm really like, oh my god, I think they're going to sell out of this, I'd probably just wait. That's my personal feeling on it at the minute. I don't think ICOs are as hot as they were. But I'm saying that someone out there will correct me and say, yeah, but Glenn, this ICO did 10 times gain before it hit the market. I'm glad I got in at the ICO stage, which I'd say, yeah, great, fair dues. I'm just going based on what I've seen and what I've been a part of, and obviously what people in my team, if you like, are telling me their experiences are as well. And that's all I've heard recently, is that people saying, oh, I wish I didn't jump in then. I wish I'd bought it later. Thanks, Frederick. I normally do. I was just curious about 90% of my money is in Envion, but that's my long-term investment. Can you check Paul, bitcoin.com? It's a good deal. They opened this today. Can you check paul.bitcoin.com? paul.bitcoin.com. Is that right? 100% block reward, 0% fees. Sounds like a scam. Cloud mining. Frequently asked questions. How do I get started? To get started, buy a cloud mining contract from us. You don't need any special hardware. Why do I earn more at bitcoin.com, Paul? We pay 100% of the block reward, charge 0% fees for hardware mining, and have an extremely high share acceptance rate. Our hash rate contracts also have the most competitive prices in the industry. So so look, 1 terahash. So 1 terahash at the minute would cost you $108 on. Oh, doesn't let you. You have to do 2 terahash. Initial cost is 428 cent daily fee. Daily fee covered electricity and maintenance costs. Daily fee is subtracted with daily revenue. Contract will end if daily fees exceeds revenue for 60 consecutive days. Current daily returns 0.00004353. 37p a day. So we're going to base this off their figure. Well, if they're saying, even this one, let's look at 2 terahash. So they're saying current daily, let's check what they, because by the sounds of things, they're saying you're going to earn 74 cent a day. They're going to take out 56 cent a day. That's going to leave you very, very little. Includes daily fee for cloud mining. Oh, so then that's, once they've taken the fee out, you'll end up with 74 cent per day. Calculation is based on the current difficulty and Bitcoin price. Difficulty increases about 5% every 2 weeks. That's 10% a month. But may vary based on global hash rate. Click here to view historical difficulty increases. Includes block reward bonus, currently 0%, which we reserve the right to change. Let's do, so to actually earn, God, it doesn't get any cheaper the more you buy it. It's £400 dollars per terahash. When you think on Hashflare, $400 would get you, well, just under 4 terahashes. So this is 4 times more expensive. And their daily fee seems quite high because if I'm Hashflares, sorry, I'm going really quiet. This probably isn't the best content for the internet. I swear Hashflares, is it 0.0035 times by 100, 35 cents. So their fee per terahash is 7 cent cheaper, but the initial cost is 4 times as high. So I don't believe this to be good value for money. I can't see how you would make much money off that. That image there is taken from another website. I'm pretty sure I've seen that exact same image for another cloud mining service. So I don't think they own this. I assume they've copied that image from somewhere else. The only thing is they've got this guy here, and he is the guy that's down here. Developer at bitcoin.com. I wouldn't touch it. I would much rather put my money into Hashflare. If you want a cloud mining, you know, I haven't actually checked my Hashflare account, and I don't think I've got any battery left on my phone. Oh, I have. I've got like 2%. Let's log in. What else are you guys saying? A lot of people will dump tokens when it hits the market for quick profit and then buy it back cheaper later. It's a good strategy. Fair play to them. 349472. So if you was to, yeah, they have still got their 10% discount. So it is, let's see if I can actually, let me buy some now. So if you was to buy, well, let's work out, what would you get for $399? There you go there. 3.3 terahashes. Oh, but then there's the 10% discount. So you got to add on, say, another 10% really, because once you take the 10% off. So it'd be 3.7 terahashes that you would get, as opposed to their, and plus we don't know if their site's a scam, whereas Hashflare we know pays out. Yeah, fees are, they're 7 cent higher on Hashflare, but to me it's tried and tested. We know that they pay out for sure, and it's 4 times as much at the beginning. That's a lot. If they were like sort of close, like, you got to think 7 cent a day times 360 days of the year. So if you did 0.07 times 365, is that the right amount of days in a year? It works out over the whole year $25 more expensive to use Hashflare. whereas you've got a minus off, say, $291 more, because it's $399 per terahash, whereas Hashflare at the minute is 108. So you're actually minus $265 using them as opposed to Hashflare. From what my quick, brief understanding of that website is to be correct. They're saying they don't charge. They give you 100% of the block reward, but still based on what they're saying you're going to earn, still it don't add up. I think it's a lot better for Hashflare. Your best bet is to open-ending contracts with Genesis, or but aren't Genesis mining sold out of all their contracts? That completely right. CCG mining, I'm not sure about CCG mining. Again, I'm not sold on it. I'm not too sure. What about you, Gigabit? Have you actually got a contract with CCG mining? Have they paid out? Have they messed you about in any way? How much Bitcoin are you earning per terahash that you earn? You pay one time to buy the contract, then it goes on infinity and until it becomes unprofitable. Then they take it away from you. With no more buy-ins as long as your contract is able to pay the fee. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Sorry, Bitglen, I had customers here, but no, that's fine, mate. You do your day-to-day live stuff before you watch my videos. Gigabit, 10 gigahashes. PJ, it's a rip-off. Yeah, I would say they're a bit of a rip-off. Fees on Hashflare are higher. Yeah, we went through that. 1,000 divided by 10, so 100 times. Oh, is it 3 zeros? BTC. Right, let's just clarify this because otherwise we're going to sound like complete idiots. Let's go to Hashflare's homepage. Oh, I was right. So it's 0.0035 cent per 10 gigahashes. But obviously you times that by 100 because 100 times 10 is 1,000. That's your terahash. So comparing that, the same as 1 terahash on that website. I can't even remember the name of it now. Did I close it off? But oh look, bitcoinpool.com. Theirs works out a lot more expensive. Their fee is for 1 terahash 28 cent, whereas Hashflare will cost you 35 cent. 7 cent difference. If you do that over the year, works out $25, but then you're paying $291 more, so almost $300 more per terahash. So it's too expensive, way too expensive. It's 3 times the price of Hashflare, at least. So I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. That's my opinion. That's Bitglen's analysis. Biggity bam. If you do want to use Hashflare and you do want to sign up to them, I have got a referral link down below. Click on that link, sign up to Hashflare and deposit your money. Make sure you do your own research. It is a referral link, so I get 8 or 10% commission. I can't remember how they work it out. They take a fee out. And I get paid in Bitcoin, and obviously I'm using that to obviously reinvest into either other things or more Hashflare. So it's entirely up to you. If not, just search Hashflare through Google or whatever. Not getting your money back unless 5 terahashes or more. If you look at Bitcoin mining op, they have a lot more hash power, so that means they find blocks faster. If you look at Bitcoin mining, is that the website we was just on, PJ? Is that the one you're referring to? Bitcoin mining. I have it and can test that they are real. What CCG mining you're talking about? Smash the like, Bitglen. Smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. CCG mining is real. They respond to your emails quickly. My CCG is shit. I mine Zcash with them. The way they pay is crap. Ah, interesting. What do you mean by that, PJ? CCG mining. We've gone completely off topic what I was going to talk about today, but do you know what? Fuck it. It's your video as well as mine. You're the community. We'll talk about whatever you guys want. I should just name the videos live chat with Bitglen. I'll look into whatever you want live on video. Get the highest hash rate. Start the mining process and achieve the highest levels of hash rate to increase your capital, which basically says to me, buy more. Demo rocket hash rate contracts, $3,600 for 10 terahash, which works out 360. So again, 3 times the price. But then based on what Gigabit is saying, they're lifetime contracts. No, actually, is this? Yeah, it's an open-ended contract. Bitcoin 10,000 gigahashes, which is 10 terahash. Maintenance fee applies of 0.00038 per gigahash. So that's quite interesting because the way they've worded that looks cheaper than Hashflare, but it's not, because you've got to do, and I'm not trying to champion Hashflare. If one of these worked out better, I would say, oh yeah, guys, this worked out a lot better. Doesn't mean I'm going to invest in it. Times 0.00038, because Hashflare, they put their fee as 0.0035, but it says on there per 10, so obviously they're 10% cheaper than that, if you see what I mean. So if we equate that, it works out $3.80, and that is that per day, per 24 hours? Is that right? That sounds really high. But then again, actually, how much would, so $3.80, so that's how much that would cost you per day. If you was to get 10 terahash, 10,000, divide that by 10, so you've got to do 1,000 times 0.0035, $3. So their CCG Mining's daily maintenance fee is 30 cents per day more expensive, and the contract is, well, let's compare it. So if I was to go to my Hashflare account, let's log back in, go to panel, let's buy 10 gigahashes, terahash, sorry. It'll cost you 1,200. Then you get 10% off, so you'd get 120 off that. So it'd cost you 1,080. Whereas if you go to CCG, where did I just put it? You're paying. Oh, but then it's open-ended contracts. So yeah, I mean, if the difficulty didn't keep going up to a point where right, so let's read what you guys saying so we're all on the same wavelength. I have to send them email once a month to pay. You have to have enough power to be profitable. 5 terahashes or more is profitable, nothing under. If they pull that shit Hashflare did, then you're screwed. If they pulled that shit Hashflare did, then you're screwed. Well, you mean if they ended the contracts and then cut the open... Oh, right, yeah, I see what you mean. It's not cheaper, but it's not limited to 1 year every year. You have to buy a contract again or it ends. Not CCG mining, open-ended. Can be terminated at any time. Can be lifetime, one-time investment. If not buy T-hash, profitable. Again, one-time buying. Yes, that is true. So you have to hope, obviously, that you're going to get at least 3 years worth of mining. Otherwise, it would be better to... mine pay because I would rather pay less today, see how it went for the year, and then goes, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But you're going to pay $3,615 at some point. Let's say in a year and a half time, it turns out that obviously that contract, because of the difficulty increase, is no longer profitable. You've already spent that money. You've got no way of stopping that. They're going to terminate your contract. Whereas with Hashflare, obviously, saying that, we don't know what the prices will be this time next year. That's the thing, it could go up. But at least you've got the option in 12 months' time to say, do you know what? I'm only earning like $1 a day from this website. There's no point me spending another $1,200 because I'm not going to generate that back over the year. At least you'd have that decision making. Whereas with these guys, obviously it's an open-end contract, which is fantastic. But remember, they only keep that open. They only honour that up until the point where it's no longer profitable. So if the difficulty keeps going up 10%, really got to think you're losing 10% of that investment every month. So at some point, it is going to be taken away from you unless difficulty goes down. So I would rather pay less today and have a year contract. But that is my opinion. If you want the peace of mind knowing, yeah, I've got this contract that's going to last forever, like people have with Genesis Mining. You know, when they bought that open-ended contract ages ago and it's still profitable today, they're laughing. No cloud mining is profitable right now. You break even. I would say that is true, actually. PJ's got a good point there. If you really want to mine, buy Antminer or eBang miner and mine at home, then you will earn forever. Well, you say that, and this is why I said there's no right or wrong answer here, because, and this is my honest opinion. I've talked about this a lot. So let's say I buy an Antminer S9. At the minute, they mine, say, $500 a month. But when I first looked into them, they were mining, you know, because of the price of Bitcoin and everything. It worked out, and obviously I didn't know about difficulty increases. So I was looking at it, and it was generating $1,100. I remember that figure clearly, and I'm sure it's in my video somewhere. 1,100. I searched again recently, and it's like 500-600. Now, we're only 3 or 4 months down the line since I last did that chat. So I'm like, God, you're earning half the amount of money that you were back then. Obviously, the price of Bitcoin has pretty much gone down in half. So that'll explain where that's come from. But then you've got to take into account electricity costs. So you need to sit there and say, okay, well, my electricity hasn't gone down in price. If anything, utility costs go generally up with inflation, and unless you shop about and get a cheaper deal the next year, you're going to pay more in your electricity bill next year than you did this year. Generally, that's a general rule of thumb. So your costs is going to go up, and the amount of mining power that you've got, the difficulty going up, so the amount of Bitcoin you're going to be receiving is going to go down. So you need to calculate that. This is where I think mining is doable at the moment, is doing GPU mining other coins that the difficulty isn't as high, converting that at the end of the day into Bitcoin, or storing it until there's a dip in Bitcoin, then just buying loads with that. That's my gut feeling of what is the best way of doing it. Obviously, Envion is a grand scale of what I've just said. So they're going to be mining certain coins and then converting it into Ethereum and then paying us in Ethereum. That, I believe, is the most profitable way of mining at the minute. You can't do that with an ASIC miner, as far as I'm aware, while it being profitable. They've just announced on Bitmain, I was watching a video earlier, Bitmain have announced a ASIC miner which is going to mine Monero off the kryptonite algorithm, and the price of this, and it ain't dispatching until May, so you've got to pre-order it now. The price was like, it was fucking ridiculous, and I was thinking, no way is that machine going to be profitable. Yeah, this is it, X3, batch free. Learn more. Oh, does it not say the price? Oh, no, is that one? Well, the one I saw, it was like $11,000. What machine was that? That's batch 4. D3, S9, S9. Have the S9s gone down in price again? They were like $3,000 or $4,000, weren't they, last time? March the 21st. So obviously people are not buying as many as they were. $1,900 US, plus you got to buy the electricity kit. I just said that about GPU mining, but I remember it was in my. If you watch all my videos, I remember I was gonna buy one, but I had to pre-order it for like. I was in December and I was gonna buy one for March, and oh, do you know what? I'll leave it in my basket and I'll leave it there, and then the next day it was all sold out. You couldn't get one, and then it was like pre-orders for like April and all that, and I thought fuck, and it was like I think it was $1,400, something like that, $1,200. Then you had to buy the power unit, which was about $100. So all in all, it worked out like, I don't know, I'm just going to round it up and say $1,500 with delivery and everything like that. And I remember thinking, yeah, and if it's earning $1,000 per month, God, it's going to pay for itself. And I remember all the Coin Wars calculators and all that, it all said, oh, it'll pay for itself after 2 months. I thought, fucking hell. If I buy like 3 of them, they're all going to pay for themselves in 2 months. But then obviously saying that, I'm glad I didn't, because in January, everything went down in half. So that is why the Antminer S9s, if you do the calculations, were only earning 500. So then at that point, I was like, oh, now it's going to take 4 months or 3 or 4 months to pay for itself. So that's doubled in time. Oh, but that's still a good investment. I wonder what they are now, actually. I wonder if, obviously, they'll be on the internet, there'll be content for it. But the reason I like GPU mining is you can upgrade them as you're going along. You can take one graphic card out and put a new graphic card in, sell the graphic card that you've got. You may have paid £600 for it, or dollars, sorry, for this graphics card, a T82i, I don't know, 2, whatever. I just said that completely wrong. But you can sell that, and if you get £300 back from it, obviously you put that towards that new one. So you've sort of gained some money back. Hopefully it was profitable. But then you can mine other coins. You can mine, like, there's a whole list of other coins you can mine, like loads of them. And then either store them, hopefully some of them coins go up in price, just as Bitcoin's going down, and then obviously you make the exchange then. That would be the best thing to do. But then generally what happens is if Bitcoin goes down, they all go down. So probably best doing it, I suppose, as soon as you get it. Exactly. Buy the dip and hodl for Christmas. Don't mind BTC, mine other things, buy GPUs. That's what I've just said, PJ. Because of the market is down, but when you're back up in the money, just hold on to your Bitcoin till the end of the year, and that's good to Glen GPU, others, coins convert to Ether. S3 is 2 years old. Get a used S3. You can get them for $500 to $700. Yes, but what is their profitability like? An S3. What terahashes does that give you? Antminer S3. Oh, what was that website? There was a website that told you all the profitability of all the Antminers. Bitcoin difficulty. I had it here. That's going to annoy me. I had it. What was it? Was it Crypto Compare? I think it was Crypto Compare. And then if you go to, I know, mining, equipment, they used to have all the Antminers on here, I think, but they had a list of just Antminers. So like, there's the L3. Tells you how long it'll take to pay back. That's almost a year for that. Antminer S9, 397 days to pay for itself. Price $2,000. Annual mining. I assume that's profit after the... No, it's over a year, isn't it? It's 365 days in a year. So that has dropped dramatically. I remember that was about I remember looking at them and it was between 60 and 90 days to pay for themselves, and now they're saying 397. So it shows you how much the difficulty's gone up. So I wouldn't. That's why the price of Antminers have gone. S9s have gone down again. No one fucking wants them until they bring out. When they start bringing out machines. Oh, what's this one? I was saying that this website's all over the place. Oh, because of the price of the machine so high. Yeah, silly prices. I suppose it all depends on what price you pay for it. But anyway. Yeah, look, this one, 12k. Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. Antminer X3. 12k. Mine's Monero. 67 days. Well, that's pretty good. It says it's going to earn you 65k. So then... but apparently, I think Monero was saying when they have their hard fork in couple of weeks' time, when they hard fork into Monero V, they're going to make it so that ASIC miners can't mine on their kryptonite algorithm, making these absolutely worthless. So you could spend 12k. The best thing to do if you was going to make that sort of investment is to wait 2 to 3 weeks, wait for the hard fork, and then see what the business is with that. If that is true, that's the machine to have at the minute. 12k today, and then 2 months later start earning over the whole year 65k. Nice hash, crypto compare, put in the T hashes, get a used S3. I say if the S9 is not profitable, then the S3 definitely isn't. Don't believe all the calculators are not 100% accurate. No, yes, that's right. You have to do your own sort of... let's do my own. So we are going to get 13 terahashes. The difficulty is at mining, Bitcoin price today, power costs. Let's say 0.15 cents. Power is what is it? It's like 1200, isn't it? Is it? No, is that? I can't remember. I had all these figures in my head. Pull fee 1%, reject rate, put that 0. And then we're going to do... The machine's going to set you back 2,100 with the power unit. Recurring costs, nothing really. It's just power costs. Price change in percentage. Let's base it on 10% because that's what I did for nice hash flare the other day. So we'll keep it the same. Never sell coins. They're saying difficulty is going to go up 12%. So they're saying that you would be at minus 2,100 deficit at the beginning, and eventually let's do 12 months. They're saying that you would be at a profit of $3,000 at the end. So that is pretty good. At the end of the year, let's see how many coins generated. So you can see here it curves off. So it's going to give you almost 0.2 of a Bitcoin, which is about $2,000. Oh, but then so they're basing the 3,000 obviously if the price keeps increasing 10%. So by the end of the 12 months, they're saying potentially then Bitcoin would be worth saying like $15,000, $16,000, something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think GPU mining is probably the best. Best basic for the price. Best ASIC miner. Watts miner M3 $1,020, 12 terahashes. What's mine? I've never heard of that one. Obviously, we're going to have Samsung and GMO. They're going to be releasing all these ASIC miners, they're saying. We'll see how good they are when they come out. But the only other thing really, we've covered miners and stuff like that quite a bit actually. The other thing I wanted to show you guys was to do with mining, and that's Envion. I've completely lost it though. I might have to search it again. Let's just search it again. So just to give you guys an update, if you don't follow them on Twitter and Facebook already, which you probably do if you're invested in them, it's always nice to talk about it with other like-minded people. This was Envion today saying, yes, finally our shipment. So what they said last week stayed true. They said we've ordered our first batch of miners and GPUs, and they should be with us mid of next week, which obviously is this week. So yeah, they've stuck true to their word. So that's thumbs up. We can only say positive things about them. I added up, sadly, there's about 64 boxes here. There's 2 crates of them, so I assume they've received 120 boxes. Someone put, oh, these are D3 miners, like ASIC D3 miners or something like that. I don't know what they are. Just because they've got D on the box doesn't necessarily, and I don't think if you zoom in enough, it's too blurry to see what's on the labels. But that's good news, and I messaged them on Twitter, but I doubt they respond to me. I don't think they like me. I said, oh, how many containers would this fill up? So I know that some of you have commented saying, oh, you only have, there's only ever 2 images of 2 MMUs. And if you actually go through these photos, there's one that side and there's one the other side. It's just the same 2. So maybe their whole business plan is just to fill 2 up. But I actually said, oh, how many MMUs would that sort of fill up? Is that just for 1? Is that for 2? They're saying that they're going to start mining in this dust-free environment. So these 2 MMUs, I assume, are going to start mining pretty soon once all these have been kitted out in, and which I can't imagine taking long. I can imagine the hardware side of it to go in pretty quick, but the actual software and networking side of it to take a bit of time, like bug testing and stuff like that. But that's just my opinion. Obviously, I have no knowledge of setting up MMUs or anything like that. Before Lorette says, Glen, he just does YouTube videos, don't know what he's talking about, he's got nothing better to do with his time. You know, that's just my opinion. I have no that. Everyone is playing the waiting game ever since Samsung announced it's going into the mining business and would probably produce their own mining chips. Yes, we're all just sort of waiting, and obviously soon as really once Samsung are involved, one of the largest companies in the world and probably one of the best for electronics, you could argue that to the end of the earth and say no, Sony's better, or whoever, Apple, whatever, but they are one of the best electric making companies out there, electric devices, and if they get involved in ASIC miners or GPU mining or some sort of setup that's fairly easy for people to get hold of, and they start accepting, like, because Bitmain, although they have made absolutely like billions this year, I think they only accepted Bitcoin Cash. At one point they accepted Litecoin or something like that. You had to wait months for the delivery. Obviously you're dealing with a company really no one's ever heard of up until last year or the year before. Whereas Samsung, obviously they're going to be available all over the world. They're going to be pretty hot on it on customer service. They're going to probably take credit debit cards. It's saying it's a company you can trust. You know they're not just going to do a runner, or it's not going to turn up. But if it doesn't turn up, then you know you can complain and probably get your money back. So yeah, I think they're going to be really popular, even if their machines are not the most powerful. So to say they brought out an ASIC miner that was like 12 terahash, whereas Bitmain's 13. I would still prefer a Samsung one as opposed to a Bitmain. That might sound a bit snobbish, but I don't know. What are your opinions, guys? You really need to you really need to scale into your investments, but in slowly with GPU mining, so it's profitable. You can upscale, and if not, you can sell out for minimal losses. Yes, that's what I was saying earlier. You can always sell back your GPUs, and if one of them goes wrong, you know, if you've got a six GPU rig, you've still got the other 5 going. Whereas if something goes wrong in an ASIC miner, I'm pretty sure you're knackered, because Bitmain offer like a 3-month warranty or something like that with them, and once you pass that 3 months, you're on your own. And where do you go to repair ASIC miners, and how much does that cost? You know, I wouldn't have a clue. So that's saying it also. Smash up that like button, guys. Come on, there's 25 watching, only 10 likes. Come on, guys, what's up? You don't like me today? I'm putting out this content for you. My wife's texting me saying, when are you coming to bed? You still doing your YouTube thing? Look, proof. And you're not even giving me a thumbs up. I'm disappointed, but it's the best bet for multi-algo miners. Did you check out that new wallet? No, I haven't. I haven't checked out a new wallet. You did message me with a link. I haven't got around to doing it. I've been out all day today. I've been swimming with the kids. Took my son to football. Then obviously I collected kids after school. They all went home at 6. And then I started doing this video after I had dinner. So what was that? About an hour and a half ago. Samsung will use 56% energy consumption. Well, we'll see. Obviously, we'll see what Samsung announce. If they even are, it could all just be rumours, couldn't it? They might not even find it profitable, so they might not do it. Envion said in the Telegram group that they are training techs to fit out these miners. Once they are trained, they will be able to get more MMUs put together and working. Smash up the wires. I don't think she wants to know if I'm coming up for that reason. She probably wants to watch some TV series upstairs, some shit, I'm sure. So that's it, really. I talked about everything and more that I wanted to today. So I hope you guys enjoyed that content. I hope you enjoyed that group conversation. Don't forget, you can join us on the Telegram group chat. Give us a thumbs up. Tell all your friends. Share me on social media. Tag me in Twitter or Instagram, whatever one you use, with hashtag Team Bitglen. That's all of us put together. Samsung is great quality, but another point is stocks are cheap. Buy into the tech companies making GPUs like AMD. It's only $12 per stock share. Yeah, well, I mean, Nvidia came out and announced they made a profit of like 3.7 billion or something like that. But then Bitmain announced that they made a profit of 4 billion. So they actually made more profit than a massive, well-known world brand like Nvidia. Enjoyed the content. Stay safe, Glenn. Thank you, Cortina. Don't forget, you can join the group chat. Telegram's free app. Did I say that already? I can't remember. Share it on social media. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you know anyone that would like this content, who wants to join in with the group chat as well, tell him to smash up the subscribe button. And if you want to get any Bitglen merchandise, just search teambitglen.com and check out the products on there. I've been pretty happy actually, because the couple of orders that I've had come through, I get updates as well as you. So like when you make a purchase, they email me saying, you know, their item's on the way, they should receive it on this day, and you know, stuff like that. So I'm getting all the updates from you, your purchases, as well as my own, and I thought that was really good. They've kept me up to date. They're like, your product has been made. So I've been quite happy with them, and obviously I've spoken to one of the guys that bought something through the page. He said once he receives it, he's going to take a picture and put it in the Telegram group, so everyone will see what sort of quality it is and that. Obviously, I'm going to wear my one as soon as I get it. Literally the day I get it, I'll be doing a YouTube video and showing you guys what it looks like. So I'm really excited about that. Just because it's something that I've made myself, something I started from the beginning. Obviously with Gareth in the group chat, and obviously the other guys giving feedback and stuff like that. So can't wait for that. Still working on the idea of doing a 24-hour video, but we'll talk about that another day. And that's it really from me, guys. So I'm going to see you guys in the next video of Bitglen, and I hope you all enjoy your weekend. So see you later, guys. Bye.